Thank you, Dom. Thank you. Mr. President, I want to first thank you for inviting me again to the White House. You've been a remarkable friend of the State of Israel. You stand by us. You're standing with us. You are a great, great champion of our allies. And you actually do the things that you say you do.
As Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets with the US President Donald Trump, the stage is set not merely for political diplomacy, but for a deepening crisis with potential global fallout. From the US tariffs on Israel to Iran's nuclear threat and the volatile situation in Gaza, the meeting touched on flashpoints that are reshaping the Middle East and testing the limits of international law, security, and moral responsibility. At the heart of the meeting is Iran. Netanyahu calls it the obvious subject, and it is indeed the specter haunting every corner of Middle Eastern politics today. The International Atomic Energy Agency confirms Iran is dangerously close to having enough enriched uranium for multiple nuclear weapons. Israeli intelligence, through intercepted Hamas documents, paints an even darker picture, alleging Iran directly financed the horrific October 7th attacks by Hamas, requesting $500 million to fuel what they call a plan to annihilate Israel. These aren't just geopolitical chess moves. They are deadly realities for people living in Israel, Palestine, and across the region. The US quietly deploying the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense Missile Systems to Israel is a loud signal. Preparation for a potential confrontation with Iran is well underway. But let's be clear, such a confrontation is not just about neutralizing nuclear ambitions. It is also about shaping the next phase of global power dynamics. Trump and Netanyahu may be out of official office and operating from different political landscapes, but their alliance continues to influence strategic decisions that could lead to full-scale regional war. And it doesn't stop at Iran. Turkey's creeping presence in Syria under President Erdogan raises new alarms. His increasingly aggressive stance, including support for Hamas, threats toward Israel, and attempts to restore Ottoman-era influence, adds yet another explosive layer. If Turkey formalizes a defense pact with a new Syrian regime, it could open a new front against Israel, with major implications for the balance of power in the Middle East. Meanwhile, in Gaza, Israel's control over roughly 70% of the territory marks a significant shift. The military strategy to divide Gaza into smaller security zones is designed to weaken Hamas, pressure hostage negotiations, and protect Israeli civilians. But it also deepens the humanitarian crisis, as thousands of Palestinian civilians remain caught between Hamas' brutality and Israel's military might. Calls for opening an exit corridor for Gazans who wish to flee are logical and humane, but implementing such a plan without ethnic cleansing allegations will be a diplomatic tightrope. This meeting between Netanyahu and Trump, one current leader, one past, cannot be viewed as routine. It comes as a pivotal moment where diplomacy, deterrence, and destruction are all on the table. And in the eyes of many, it carries prophetic weight, particularly among evangelical circles who see biblical significance in Middle Eastern conflict and Jerusalem's fate. But prophecy or not, the stakes are real. Bombs don't discriminate based on belief system. If Israel and the United States do strike Iran's nuclear facilities, the blowback could be unprecedented, from proxy wars to direct retaliation. This is why global leaders and citizens must demand clarity, accountability, and above all, a long-term vision rooted in peace, not perpetual war. Because if the region descends into chaos, the ripple effects won't stop at the shores of the Mediterranean. They will reach Washington, Tehran, Riyadh, and beyond. Now is not the time for ego-driven diplomacy. It is the time for responsible leadership. Thank you for staying through to the end with us. Keep watching Niger Anchor News for more.